Hello, hello, everybody. This is One Mic, One Voice. I'm your host, Chantel Nanette.
And I'm her co-host, Mr. Kevin John.
And I am rocking my headphones around my neck today.
Whoop, whoop.
Yay.
And I'm here, Brooke Jean, the poet of the evening.
Well, hello, hello.
KevinJohn.org.
KevinJohn.org.
Yes, not .com.
KevinJohn.net.
Oh, fresh.
Yeah, just don't go to it.
All right.
Site is not in existence. So what's up, Chantel? What's going on, girl?
Chantel, how was your birthday?
How you doing? Yeah.
Oh, y'all had lots of fun.
I heard someone got pampered, a massage.
Well, first, let me tell you about the concert. Was so off the hook.
What concert is this for the listeners?
It was the Robert Glasper Experience.
Grammy Award winning.
And he won a Grammy. I knew he was going to win, though. I know he won a Grammy, and he had already announced Ledisi coming on the show with him. And I was just hoping, I was like, maybe Mos Def gonna drop in, maybe Erykah Badu's gonna drop in. They didn't, those two didn't drop in, but Layla Hathaway got on stage. Of course, Ledisi got on stage.
Marsha Ambrosia.
Nice.
Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, Lupe came up and rocked the mic?
Lupe was
I heard
there.
he's been acting really
I heard he's been anti-Obama as of recently.
And
or something.
Bilal. Don't forget Bilal.
No, I said Bilal.
They do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard they kicked him off the last show he did.
Inauguration. He was performing and he had some anti-Obama remarks and they were like...
How are you performing at the inauguration talking about the person?
Did he really?
But,
Yes.
But
That's
that
a
was
true
the
story.
booking agency. Whoever booked him, because he's always been against Obama.
He has.
But, yeah,
exactly.
But he very easily could have been like, I'm not.
No,
I don't wanna
but
perform.
the Lupe that he is, he's like, oh, this is my perfect opportunity to just voice myself.
He's very
So
outspoken.
whoever booked him
Artist.
didn't do their homework then. That was
Yeah,
what that was
exactly.
about.
Apparently not. They were just like, oh, he's a black
he's
intellectual
black.
rapper. He'll fit right in with the program here. And
He's black.
clearly they made the wrong decision there. So anyways, you went to the concert.
So I just partied. You can ask Brooke. I was throwing my hands in the air.
Uh-oh.
I was
Giant.
partying.
Oh, the
But
single
wait a minute.
ladies.
What I wasn't used to, this girl's like, she just busted through.
She's not used to people at concerts trying to get to the front.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Oh,
I'm
you
like,
think people stay where they stay?
Exactly.
I told her, no.
But you would think at a concert, I can see if it was like a Justin Bieber concert, I would expect to be trampled up in the front. But
Right.
it seems like something this classy, this grown and sexy, seems like people will be a little more, congenial in their concert etiquette.
Well, I guess it's all the same. Fans are fanatics are fanatics.
I
she
guess so.
pushed through me, and I was like, first I looked back at her because she was trying to, bust through me, and I looked at her like, what's
She
up?
was big.
She was a little shorter than me. She was a little light honey or whatever you want to call it.
Light
She was
honey.
cute. She had her
Light honey.
She was
She
red
had-
bone.
She had her
Wow.
little crew behind her, and I gave her a look like, what you doing? And then she said, she's like, my friends are up there at the front. I just want to go. And I knew it wasn't because it wasn't even her kind up there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, her kind.
So did you let her go up to the
Some dark
front?
skins.
Well, I wasn't going to fight with her.
Kelly Rowland.
And even before she busted through me, it was a chick in front of me, and she was like, I'm here to go get me a drink. Will you save my spot? I'm like, oh, okay. And then this Indian dude came up there in front of me, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I kind of had some words with him, and I did this, like, these spots are taken.
But they weren't seats. It was you
It
guys
was
were
standing
standing.
We were just
How you
standing there.
saving standing spots?
Well, I guess
That's how she
don't
gets
take
that.
up enough space to
I
do
know.
that
Well,
shit.
see, I didn't know. When Brooke was like, I don't roll like that, Mom. So
I go to concerts all the time. It was her
Where was this concert at?
at the Roxy.
at the Roxy on Sunset.
Oh, the Roxy on Sunset. Okay.
But you see, after that, I was like, well, whatever. You guys do your thing. Do your thing. As long as you don't step on my toes and get in front of me. And I was like, do whatever.
Well, despite the altercations, it sounds like you still enjoyed yourself and had a fun experience.
Time.
It was a wonderful.
Who was the best? Which artist did you like seeing the most?
God, it was hard. They were all.
all were
How can you
great.
say Layla? I mean, they were all off the hook.
Because they're all great singers, so it's not like
Yeah.
you can compare them. But the musicians were really, really good.
Thundercat was on bass. He came up on stage too.
Yeah.
Thundercat is. Oh, and also the DJ who opened up the show. He's on Brain Feeder. That's on. I don't know if you're familiar with Flying Lotus. Flying Lotus have these funky beats, funky sounds, and they're on this label called Brain Feeder. And they had a DJ up there that was just rocking it, just seriously rocking it.
Rocking it.
And Thundercat is with Brain Feeder as well too. So it was just such an experience. I was so
Thundercat,
excited.
that's a hot name.
I was so excited.
Thundercat.
That just made my night. I was like, come on, Brooke, let's go to K24 afterwards. I was like, Mom, I'm ready to go home.
So Brooke wasn't ready trying to do the after parties.
I was not down for the after parties.
How come, you?
Huh?
How come?
After standing for 4.5, 5 hours, I was over it.
You was
I was still ready to go. I was like, come on.
Hey,
And then my daughter she just gave me a fabulous weekend.
That's good.
bless her
Took her
heart.
to Roscoe's, took her to Boiling Crab.
We went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, you guys.
Well, my birthday's on the
Roscoe's Media
23rd
Center.
of September, so do what you need to do, bro.
Start planning now.
I
Right?
want to travel somewhere.
All right.
And then she
Trips.
took me to, I went to this massage spot. Got really pampered. You actually called. I was like, I'm on my way to this massage spot.
Yeah, I did. I called Chantel. She was all giddy and excited, sounding like a 12-year-old girl on her way to this massage.
And then she bought me this, a card holder. You know, I keep losing my cards, so she gave me this card holder.
What does that say?
Robust Entertainment. That's my little thing. But
It looks like Tiffany's.
so it was all
It
cute.
looks fancy. I mean, you just can't get something like that out the quarter machine. You gotta
can't.
pay,
You gotta pay at least $1.50 for that.
right?
So she made my weekend.
2 on sale. No.
She made my weekend. And not to mention, you guys, Bishop Don Juan gave us all a rose.
Oh, you guys are being serious.
Yeah, he gave us,
he was
yeah.
just
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to be on time next Valentine's Day.
right?
I want to
Girl,
meet him.
he was decked out too. He had some
clean suit.
He had like an all
On
red.
his Sunday, he had on a Sunday suit.
he had on red and white.
Yeah.
His pants were like crushed velvet, white crushed velvet.
He
They
looked
had-
really nice.
Wait,
Cleanly
the
crisp,
pants were
too.
White crushed velvet. What color was the jacket?
Red.
Red.
What color were
Red.
the shoes?
Red. Come on, Bishop, you know he goes hard. You know, he don't
what's,
go out.
and what's that glass thing they hold? What do they call that?
The pimp glass that Lil Jon has?
A chalice?
Chalice.
Oh, a chalice. Even that was like red or something, or
I
had
think
a
it was
heart coming out of it.
silver and had like stones around. It was off the.
But they didn't even
See
mention
what
the.
his chalice closet looks like.
Oh,
'Cause
it's
I think he has
serious.
one for every holiday. Disney's got a St. Patrick's one. He's got one for Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Everything ready.
he has one for Easter. You know, he doesn't leave a holiday out. But you know, they left out the best part, Reezy. He, in addition to all of that, he had the finest looking entourage you could have seen.
Oh, were they also decked out in crushed vel?
They were
had on all
decked
red.
out in red skirts.
Skirts with-
But they were a little provocative. But you know, to say the least, you know, he goes.
Well, he
goes up-
is a Don.
Don.
They had on little leather skirts. I'm trying to see it in my mind.
They were like
Nobody thought to
fabric or cotton or some kind of.
lycra.
Yeah,
Stretch
it was
material.
It was stretch material. Yeah. But I mean, they complimented his red jacket and his chalice,
They were
right?
all red and white. They had it going on.
That's how you know you made it, when people just follow you around in matching outfits.
That-
And they just stand behind you and don't say anything. Like, that's the type of entourage that I want.
Right.
That's his posse.
That's what I gotta think of some outfits.
The Reezy posse.
Yeah, I think about it.
So I'm kind of trying to think what Reezy's posse would be like. You know, Reezy, you seem like you would have like an Afrocentric posse. Like they would have afros and
they
picks.
would have afros and stuff, but they'd be like British. They would have like a weird accent. Like, they'd be like Scottish, but they'd be black. And people would be
You hear
like,
them
oh,
talk like,
snap.
oh my gosh. Like,
No, that's the crew. It would be something like something different,
love
and they
to
wear
hear
like
that.
marching band jackets
Right, that's right.
Harajuku girl.
With some Timberland boots, right?
with Tim's.
Straight from New York.
What you guys do? Reezy, I saw this your other headshot you put up, girl.
Oh, I know.
It's nice.
People are like,
Are you gonna let me
super
use that
excited
for the
about
website? Can I use that for the website?
those. Which one do you have up now?
You have.
Oh, just the regular. You don't.
You
like
told
the
me to
regular
look at your
things.
website. You didn't even have headshots. You was like, just pick one.
Oh yeah, just I have other ones too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of the headshots came out really weird looking because I was like, whose face is that? I feel like I looked really, really old in a lot of my headshots. I think it's a combination of like makeup and lighting, and it just looks like I had like a bunch of lines like all over my face.
Really?
And I was like,
Wow.
oh, they were nice.
Who is this photographer? So we
Is this?
don't refer him.
No, but then the ones that came out good were really, really good. So, and all the ones that I have up on Facebook, they're not touched up or anything. That's just, it's my regular ass face.
You made it.
Damn. But now let's see if I can get, a job or something. So,
I mean, because ultimately that's what the headshot is. It's your business card.
my
It's
business
what gets you
card.
called in. So that's why all my headshots have my shirt off in them. So, clearly that's what.
one of those like feed the children type situations. I'm saying you gotta
Actually,
really
You got to get the work any way you can get it. If they need me to pose and hold like some watermelon and have 6 flies in my head, hey, as long as I'm, not to be making a joke out of that situation, but
You
know.
already made the joke.
I know, I did. Yeah,
Until I was thinking about you though this weekend. I went roller skating. Oh, where?
Where'd you go?
Worlds of Wheels.
World on Wheels?
World
Where'd you
on
call
Wheels.
it?
World of Wheels. Is that what it's called? World of Wheels.
World on Wheels.
WOW.
What day,
Wow.
what day did you go?
I went on Saturday, but I can't skate.
So what?
So what'd you do?
This girl that I work with, she's part of Meetup, and they were having like a natural hair meetup.
Oh, meetup,
thing.
yeah.
And after I got there and agreed to come, I was like, oh, we're going to brunch. It was not brunch. It was World of Wheels or World on Wheels.
Yes.
Wow. And she was like, oh, can you skate? And I was like, no. I think I've gone skating maybe 4 times. So this old guy was teaching me how to skate, and then he gave up on me because he was like, just try to go from this wall to that wall on the inside.
Oh, you really can't.
And like
stay
the
really.
kids, they were having like a birthday party. It was
that's the worst time to go.
Jordan's
With
birthday or
kids
something.
everywhere.
They were handing out Angry Birds t-shirts. I was like, where do I get a shirt?
You had to skate first.
The kids were like doing backflips and like dancing, and I was trying to just get from one side of the wall to the other side without falling. And then after I walked out, the old dude who was helping me skate was like, "Hey, girl, you have just a really great energy and like great spirit." He was like my father's older cousin, and he was like, "I think that maybe you should call me sometime. We should maybe hook up." Give me his business card.
Wait a minute, let me see.
right here.
If I know him, wait.
Dr. Gary something.
Doctor.
And I was like,
He's a doctor. That could
He's
be a sugar
but
daddy right there.
He
I'm
could
just
be,
saying.
He could be the doctor that delivered my dad. That's how old he was.
Oh my God.
Wow.
He was old. And I was like, I'm going to New York to see my boyfriend. And then I'll be back in LA. And he was like, when you get back,
Let's hook up.
holler at me.
Sugar daddy. Sugar daddy.
So despite the fact that he was a dinosaur, how did he look?
Old.
No description.
That's what,
Wait.
he looked like dust.
Hold up
I
though.
was
Could
like-
he? I bet he could skate his butt off though, couldn't he?
Right?
He did not leave the wall. He watched me skate the entire time that I was there.
Oh, he had eyes on Miss Reason.
I don't know if he had eyes on you or that's just some creep kind of stalkerish type stuff. I don't
had
know.
eyes
But
on
apparently he
Reason.
was like, I used to skate years and years. He had skates on. I just never saw him actually. I think he was walking in them. He was like, hey girl.
That is hilarious.
Trust me though, even if when they're that old and they're true skaters, they can skate. They can
Oh no,
still
they
roll.
can. Because there was this
still
other
roll.
guy in there doing splits. He had
Yeah.
like a bald spot, but it was all gelled on the sides.
Wow,
And
he was serious.
He was
was
doing.
ready.
He had a belt with the shirt tucked in. He
Uh-oh.
was killing it in the skates.
I see. You should have
like,
recorded
Wait,
that.
did he have some? Because some of them they get their skates converted to like boots.
He had on,
and
yeah,
cowboy
he had on like
boots
he had
and-
on like dress shoes,
shoes.
like church
Yeah.
shoes,
With his skates
with like
on there.
gold little. And I was like, are those rims?
Custom made.
Spinning. But it's cool to watch people skate that can skate, not people like me.
Yes.
But it was awesome.
Don't go with kids no more, girl. When you go with kids, you have to skate defensively with kids. They flipping, and if they drop in front of you, you're gone.
No, they drop in front of you.
I
You just
drop
hop
in front
over
of
them.
them. No, I drop in front of them.
They're watching you like, oh.
They're like, you're mad old. Why can't you skate? And I was like, I'm here for the pizza and the chicken tenders.
And the Angry Birds
And the-
T-shirt.
And the Angry Birds t-shirts.
And the old sugar daddies.
Anyway.
I'm telling you, he may be able to teach you some things like how to skate.
So what'd you do, Mr. Kevin Jean?
Kevin, actually, I attended the Grammys on Sunday. So it
When?
was.
Actually,
you?
did you?
Did you? Yeah.
called off
I think
work?
that was the most excited I ever seen all y'all.
Did you go to an event or you actually?
I
went to
actually
Grammy?
was at the Grammys. I was in the building. I watched the whole show. I saw everybody that was there.
Wow.
Okay.
I saw Beyonce's outfit. Don't know what she was thinking,
She
but
had on a
I saw
pantsuit,
everybody there.
right?
She did have a black and
Anyway.
white
Yeah, I don't know.
Gown
what-
on at the inauguration, but a pantsuit.
Yeah,
At the Grammys.
I guess when you're Beyonce, you can just do whatever you want, and it's a fashion statement. If she walked out on
wanted to-
stage with a toga on, they'd be like, "Oh my God, she's so fashionable."
That would have been more
But-
exciting.
wanted
Did
to
you see
tone
this
it
Oh,
down.
dress?
Kelly's dressed
But,
up.
Kelly was
Kelly's
off the
dressed
hook.
up nice.
Kelly Rowland.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Kelly always looks fabulous. I mean, she's serious. She's serious. But no, it was a really dope show. I mean, it was the first time I'd ever been there, actually live. So it was a awesome
Were
experience.
you hosting or you just went to visit?
I was actually hosting the Grammys. You didn't see me? I wasn't LL. See, I worked out. I beefed up a little bit. That was me. I came out with the hat. And
You said, were you hosting or were you just there? Yeah, he was
No, I'm
hosting.
talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about.
Was I doing the red carpet or
red
something?
Red carpet, yeah.
Yeah.
You did red carpet.
No, I did not do the red carpet. I snuck into the red carpet, took a few pictures, and then.
Oh, that was cool. Did you take your mom this time?
What was that?
You take your mom again?
No, I did not take my mom. Yeah, I can. Well, she was in soccer. She actually had surgery this weekend or on Tuesday anyway, so she was prepping for that. But yeah, I couldn't take my mom, so I did the next best thing, and I brought my ex-girlfriend.
Nice.
Actually, she was unavailable as well. So I just went solo. One of my friends was actually nominated. And she was nominated for the earlier. They have a award ceremony during the day,
Yeah.
and they don't televise that. She was nominated for one of the day categories.
Okay.
So she had an extra ticket, gave it to me, and I came through and had a blast.
That's another thing too. A lot of the R&B, hip hop categories were nominated, like in the pre-Grammy show. They weren't even televised.
They didn't do the best rap album or the only rap category that was televised was the best rap sung collaboration.
Yeah.
And I think that ended up going to
Kanye?
Jay-Z, Kanye, and Frank Ocean. Which, by the way, my favorite part of the night was when Jay-Z was up there accepting the award, and he pointed to the Dream, and he was like, "I would like to thank the swap meet for his hat right here," and because the Dream, I don't know if y'all
did
saw
say that?
his out. Was that?
He really did say
He
that.
said that. No lie. The Dream's outfit was horrendous.
I didn't see it. What did
It looked like he just woke up and was like, you know what, let me just throw this on and this wave cap. Let me just put this hat to the side. Oh, can I borrow that shirt, homie? Yeah, like some random homeless guy. He got a shirt, put it on, and just said, this is what I'm going to wear to the Grammys. So it was funny, but there was a lot of truth to that. But no, it was awesome.
Wow.
J-Lo was rocking her dress too. Oh,
I feel
Lord
like
have mercy.
there was a dress code and she violated it. Her whole vag was out.
Well, it wasn't. Well, depending on where you were sitting, you may have been able to see it. But yeah, she was definitely borderline. But come on, J-Lo pushes the envelope. Remember her iconic dress from 2000 with Diddy when she had the green one and the cleavage and the chest. Conscious Levels give me a thumbs up for that one. They approve of that dress, clearly.
But she was the first one that really.
Well, Lil' Kim
Came
went
out
with her
like that.
boob
Lil'
out
Kim
that one time, right?
The seashell.
Yeah, the seashell.
Seashell.
She came with the seashell.
She had the seashell, the pastry, or what are those things called? Pastries?
Pasty.
You know they call pasties.
Yeah. Right.
You know they call pasties.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. And then also another part that I enjoyed. First of all, Alicia Keys and Maroon 5 have a phenomenal performance. They kind of blended Girl on Fire and the other song Maroon 5 has. Dope. But you know what else was on fire? Alicia Keys' boob hanging out. I mean,
Was the boob out? The
it
boob
was
was out?
red hot. I mean,
Was she wearing a cross?
Were you salivating,
Her
Kevin?
boob was hanging out.
I wasn't salivating or anything. I mean, I was a little fixated on it. But yeah, you know.
We over here like, what happened?
I know, because I was at work.
He have to be proper with it, so he's not gonna say he was.
Yeah,
salivating.
this is a PG radio show, but let's just say that she had
I've said some non-PG.
right clearly.
PG-13 this evening.
But no, she had a little bit of her we'll say glands hanging out. You know.
So how was that? Wasn't her top like
it was see-through.
silhouette? So some of the boob was hanging below her
Exactly. Some of the boob was hanging below. She didn't have a
But
nip
she's
slip.
not very
but-
busty though, so
No.
people probably
Yeah.
weren't even.
It's like a little peep.
Yeah.
Because Kelly Rowland's dress, you could see lines of things. She had like
Yeah,
little
for her
cutouts and stuff.
Her dress
Like I
was
feel like her
bomb.
dress showed more than.
Yeah.
Her dress was. I think J Lo showed the most, but I think J Lo's was the best.
I know her
So-
shoes. I know her
I'm
J Lo
just saying.
shoes was off the hook though. Her shoes were bomb.
Whose shoes?
J Lo's.
We weren't.
I didn't even
We
get
weren't
to the
even
shoes. I was looking at the
I didn't make it to her. I didn't make it to her knees. So
And another funny part about it was when Frank Ocean came up to, he was nominated same category as Chris Brown and Miguel. By the way, Miguel killed it. Not to go off subject, but best performance of the night.
With
Best.
Khalifa, right?
Khalifa, yeah.
Yeah.
why
I mean-
does Wiz Khalifa never have on like a shirt? Like he's always either
It's
too
the tats.
warm,
He has to show the tattoos.
but he
His
looks
tattoos
like
is his skin.
It's like, how come Rick Ross never has a shirt on? He wants
because
to
he
show
can't
the
find one that fits. Wiz Khalifa can find
Well,
one
yeah,
that
that is-
fit.
How about say if Snoop Dogg can find one? Yeah, Wiz Khalifa definitely can with his skinny self. But at any rate, No, I think Wiz just wanted to show off his tattoos, but
that's his thing.
yeah, that's his thing. He loves showing off his tats.
I
so.
like their outfits they had on though, because one had checkered and one had
Like
Stripes, yeah.
It reminded
yeah.
me of Pops from the Wayans Brothers. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, John
Polyester-
Witherspoon.
Polyester Playhouse.
Yeah.
That's what their outfits reminded me of.
Yeah.
They were trying to match. Try it.
I heard that their performance was really.
No, I wouldn't say there. No disrespect to Wiz Khalifa, but it was really Miguel. He destroyed, like murdered it. I mean, you talk about a singer in their prime. I mean, I can't think of anyone else right now, R&B vocally, that is on the level of Miguel.
Really?
And man, if you were,
I like him as a whole.
I'll put it like this: I'm a man, a heterosexual man, and I got chills when he was singing. I was like, "Ooh, someone fan me down." This boy is, you know. I had to check my gay card real quick. I'm just making sure. You know,
I have a gay card. Really,
I know, right? But like, I really am. I'm not in the club. Not that I'm not condemning that, but at any rate, you know, he was awesome. He was phenomenal.
He's a great
I heard Adele won an award. I was excited about that because
Was it for a movie?
She won like
everything.
A score?
8 last year.
She
yeah.
won everything she was nominated
It
for
was
last year.
Score
A
for movie score.
I forgot which movie it is, but you're
Yeah.
right. It was for some kind of score.
James Bond. She did the Skyfall.
Oh, she did do Skyfall. Yeah, I knew it was something. So, but
Well, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and toss to break.
Talk to break.
We're going to come back with Brooke Jean with our show theme. This is One Mic, One Voice every Wednesday at Roscoe's Media Center at 7 p.m. We'll be right back.
You know what's funny? We didn't even get into Dorner. I thought about it.
Hey, you
Y'all are
guys, we
so
are
unprofessional. We are back. I was ready. Look at that. Headphones on, baby.
Oh, we back?
That just goes to show we're live and in color.
Right? That shows
Live and in color.
everything you see is live. Even when we picking our nose and don't even know it, we are being viewed.
I'm so happy, y'all. I got a rose. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Bishop.
Buy me a rose. Call me from work. Who knows what song that is?
Oh, that's a Babyface or something.
not.
Or someone that was on Babyface label.
Some affiliation.
It starts with Luther.
Vandross?
That was Luther Vandross?
Buy me a rose.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Or
this
Buy
other
You a
song.
Rose.
What's the whole
I'll
song?
do your, I'll
Baby,
wash
pay your
your.
rent.
Yes,
I'll
there you
pay
go.
your
I'll
rent.
pay
That
your
song is
rent. That one.
So
That's what I'm
sexy to
thinking.
me because it sounds like
Yeah.
all stuff that I need. I'll cook
Best
your
part.
dinner
Wait,
too.
hold on.
Well, you about to
need-
you about to
ain't
get
you-
that tomorrow.
Exactly. That was about to
As I
say.
get home from work.
He flying you out there to see you.
In that old cold weather.
I know.
Right?
You going prepared?
I don't have any sweaters. I just I'm not ready. It was like 70 degrees out here today, and I was running in and out of the house, and I was like, I don't ever want to leave. And then
Tell
I
your
was like,
moms when
I
Mike
gotta leave.
Runaway said, "Hi, Mom."
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That's what time my flight is at.
Oh,
I know.
don't fall asleep. Because they said if somebody just passed away on the, he did on the airplane.
If I sleep on the plane, you think I'm gonna die?
well,
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused too.
dude,
He have had
he
past
fell asleep. He was 30 years old.
And he died in his
And
sleep?
he died in his sleep. Well, they said they heard him snoring really, really loud. And then the lady that was sitting next to him, she stopped snoring. And she was like, "Are you okay?" And she said he didn't move. She's like, she pushed him. And nothing happened.
Maybe that's what killed him. She pushed him.
She pushed.
She touched his
His
Minus
ne-
pulse.
neck, and his
Pulse?
pulse was no pulse. He passed
I don't even know
away.
how to check for a pulse, so I'm just gonna assume that they're dead anyway.
But they
I'm
were
like, "Look,
saying
I don't feel it."
something about what is that thing you get in your lung? Pulmonary something, a
here.
blood clot. They said
okay.
it's something. Sometimes like they
The
said
altitude?
the altitude can cause you to have that if you already have
Gee,
preconditions.
thanks, Chantel.
She's right out.
I can't wait to fly tomorrow.
But you know, the funny thing is what Chantel said is a pretty common thing because I had a close friend who was a flight attendant. They said people would die on their flights all the time. Matter of fact, what airline are you flying?
Lovely.
You
What
scared
airline?
her? Oh,
United, yeah. They said they average
the
at least
time.
5 deaths on United a day. So, and what is your flight number?
Don't worry about it. Final destination type ish.
Just let her get from A
I'm
to B.
joking. I'm joking.
So, Brooke, what do you have for us? What's our show theme today?
Future love.
Oh, that's nice.
In the honor of Valentine's. I should recite with this rose in my hand.
There you go.
For dramatic effect. Every breath inhaled, I exhale at the thought of us. Soft kisses, neck rubs, shoulder touches, electric vibrations penetrating through from head to toe, sunset beach walks mixed with interlocking fingers. A love to caress the timeline etched in your hands, passionately searching for our future. On second thought, I rather enjoy the presence of your present. Run away with our imagination, muting the world around us and only listening to the beat of our hearts. I hope this feeling never parts. As we lay preparing for tomorrow's surprises, I can't help but watch you as you sleep. Seeing my joy rest so peacefully, I hope forever will not compete with me. I am here for the long run. I do not jump in relations for short chases, so let's walk together towards infinity. King, I'll be your queen for eternity. Future love.
All right.
Love.
Future love. And who is your future love?
No one.
No,
Nah,
you
he's
ain't even
out
gonna
there.
claim nobody?
He's out there. What is your ideal man?
He said, "Is he bored?" You silly Sal.
What's your ideal
My
man?
ideal man.
Yeah, if you could describe your man, like physically and internally, what?
Well, internally, someone that's has to have the goofy, silly side to themselves.
Okay, check, got that.
Check.
Keep going.
Okay. A man with intelligence that we can have some type of stimulating conversations. We can still be silly at times. Still, you can have the little hood in you. Grew up in Inglewood, so
Inglewood, Mac 10,
Act 1-0.
skip.
Looks wise, I would say I'm a sucker for a smile. As long as you're handsome, you're handsome. I don't really have any types, like I'm not light skin, dark skin, all that. Like as long as you're handsome, you have a nice
What if he's
smile.
really, really short?
Now, height is an issue.
All right, see?
Not
That's-
tall.
that's the
That's
thing.
my only thing.
Wow.
Yes, let me get to
Yeah.
that. I'm 5'7", and you have to be 5'9" and up.
That's not 5'9".
Even that, because
6 feet.
Well, I don't wear heels.
6'5".
Yeah, but I mean, she would want her man to be taller than her, especially when she in heels. You know, she don't want to be looking down on her man. You know,
It gives us women a sense of, to me, a sense of security.
And the
when
hugs
they're
are better.
taller.
The hugs are better. It's like an envelope.
Yes.
There you go.
You fall in there.
You just
What about
just
race,
fold.
Brooke? Do you discriminate when it comes to race?
I do not discriminate.
So if he was
I talk to black guys, white guys, Latino.
Indian,
Asian?
Yeah,
right,
Asian.
if he was Asian and 5'9",
He'd have to be really cute.
that's
He has to be really cute.
well, I'm about to say. If you're looking for credit score, then that's probably the way to
That's
go.
the way to go.
And they have to have a job.
Mexican? Did you say Mexican?
A job.
Latino. Puerto Rican preferred.
No. I said
I
Mexican.
said Mexicans, they the hardest workers, so you know he for sure gonna have a job.
Mexicans and Jamaicans.
Jamaicans.
They
Yeah.
have a lot of jobs. They just
Jamaicans.
Yeah, Mexican, yeah, that is true. They,
What about Jamaicans? There.
They work. They work
yeah.
hard.
Oh yeah, they do.
Multiple
Yeah.
jobs.
Oh, you thought I was throwing shade?
She's like, what about Jamaican? My
I'm
family's Jamaican.
mean.
Kevin, what is your ideal girl?
what is my ideal
Yes.
woman?
What's
Wow.
your Valentine colors over there.
You know, see, the thing with me is I'm not, you see how Brooke just went through and listed a bunch of wonderful traits that she would have in her ideal. I don't know. I don't think I can.
She gotta have a big butt.
I mean, I don't object that, you know. I don't oppose to that. Obviously, men are visual. And I think, you know, unfortunately, I would say sometimes we value beauty over inside. Because honestly, that's why men cheat a lot of times, is because they become unattracted to their mates. We're very physical. And I'm not excusing it or justifying it. So I guess to start off with, yeah, beauty is very important. Now, I don't discriminate on the race. She just, got to be about 5'5", dimples. What song is that?
Dimples?
With dimples.
That was Diddy. All right. I Need a Girl. Okay. Anyways.
You just limited your
Music
search.
Soul
What I need is simple. 5'5" with dimples. Potential wife credential. There you go. All right. There you go. This is what I need. All right. So anyways. Yeah, got me feeling that. But yeah, just a nice woman. I think most importantly, inside, she has to have faith. That's most important, because I need a woman that can definitely support my, relationship with God and strengthen that. So that's very important. Someone to hold me accountable. Also, she has to be selfless, someone that's giving, whether it's volunteering, things of that sort. I'm just so attracted to selfless. Because, in LA, just this career industry, it's a lot of narcissism, a lot of me. So it's so attractive to see someone
someone who's not in the industry, ideally. Or somebody in it, kind of.
Well, that's the double sword, because I kind of like someone in the industry because they understand, and they understand what it's like to be in the industry, what I go through, and things of that sort. But then again, like I said, a lot of times it's good to have someone outside as well, because you don't always like to talk about the industry all the time.
Someone to keep you grounded, kind of.
And someone to keep, to humble you out and stuff. So, I think it goes both ways. But, I mean, she got to have a job. I mean, and she got her credit score got to at least be at 830. I mean, that's not asking a lot, right? I'm sure I can.
830 with dimples.
830 with dimples, right?
That's good.
Well,
And if she had a booty, yeah, I wouldn't object. Go ahead, Shanta.
booty. Well, let's talk about a subject that is like rampant, still
24/7.
going and
Captivating.
captivating. What do you guys think about the Chris Dorner issue that's going on now with LAPD? And
I think you should give our viewers the background, because not everybody's from California. And
Very true. Very true.
oh,
Very true.
Okay,
Because it's very
well-
popular here, especially LA.
Yeah.
Well, for those of our listeners and viewers who are not in the States and don't look at CNN, Christopher Dorner is an ex-cop, ex-Navy SEALsman who was with LAPD, and he got terminated from his job for blowing the whistle on a corrupt cop, whom he said allegedly they were out. He was his training officer, actually, and they were on the streets, and they stopped someone, and she was literally kicking this person, kicking them in the head. I mean, just abuse.
Wow.
And he went
Some
back.
Rodney King type stuff.
Sounds like some training day type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically. Good reference.
Yeah.
Good reference.
Denzel.
Breezy is on it with that reference.
But Reezy knows her stuff. She showed
I know some stuff.
Yeah, he is well informed.
I'll be knowing.
She is connected.
So when he went back to his captain or his lieutenant, whomever he went to report the information to, because it just wasn't right in his spirit. He's not that type of person.
Right.
Then he broke the blue code, the blue line.
The blue line.
The blue line, which is that you don't speak out and you don't speak against your fellow officer. And then by him being a African American too, it's already racism within the LAPD.
And it's a lot of
And
prejudice.
it's the LAPD, so that's like
They profile.
Yeah.
Or they're known to profile. So.
They're
Racial
taught to
profiling.
profile.
Is that true? See, I heard that
They
as
are.
well.
My
that,
friend,
that,
she took criminal justice classes, and she wanted to go into that field because she wanted to help, being out of the givingness from her heart. And she said in those classes, they teach you how to racially profile. And she said that's why she's deterred from that whole road of justice, because it's injustice.
Now, you wonder if they teach them, because if you look statistically, I guess just in L.A., the amount of, say, blacks and Mexicans that are arrested or incarcerated versus, Asians or whites, do you think, I don't know the statistic breakdown on that, but do you think...
But think about it like this too. If the only people you're looking at is the blacks and the Mexicans,
What about
then
everyone
everybody
else?
you're not watching is getting away with their dirt.
That's true, too.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Sandy Hook, and I'm just saying that's out of our
Whoa.
jurisdiction, but
No, but
I mean, like
still,
that
it's
lady
true.
who was going around taking women's wallets, and it was in Orange County.
yeah, she
Well,
was.
what race was she?
Older white lady.
Wow.
She looked like no type of criminal, and they still can't find her. She was going around taking people's wallets if they leave it in their baskets.
In their grocery basket.
In their grocery baskets. And
Wait up, time out. This woman was going through grocery stores grabbing people's wallets out of baskets?
Well, we as women, and I
Oh, hell
told
yeah.
Brooke
Yeah,
to
she-
stop doing that, because I was like, see? She's like, all right. But what we as women, when we go grocery shopping, we leave our, there's two parts, and there's a part that you can fold up and you can sit your kid in.
Yeah.
We have a tendency of putting our bag there, and then we'll start searching. We'll turn around and look for our item that we're looking for. We're looking up and looking down. So when our backs
she
are
was gonna
turned,
take it.
she'll go in there and whoop.
But how can you be so oblivious to somebody going? You would have to pretty much leave the aisle and walk to another aisle,
I do
because
that
they got to go
sometimes.
in there, look
I
around.
will
We
leave
do.
my
We-
pocketbook in like aisle 4 and be like, oh, the cereal's in 12. Go to 12 and then come back and be like, oh, there it is, and pick it up and go.
See, we're women. We shop. We study.
These
we
pocketbooks,
read
and
labels.
sometimes these pocketbooks be
We
heavy.
men, we keep our wallets where we can fill them at all times. All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to the
ain't got
story.
no
Back to the
anyways.
Chris Dorner.
Well, this include
story.
our guest in on this conversation with us too, since they're on the panel with us, and then we can get to
Yeah.
their. We have Conscious Level in the house, you guys.
Hey, guys.
Conscious Level in the building.
Hey,
Welcome.
Thanks for having us, brother.
Of course, always a pleasure. You guys are looking sharp, by the way, too.
all right, look
sharp.
at that.
Looking
And look
sharp.
at Salazar over there, the bow tie.
Sharp.
Kindly. Thank you kindly.
Absolutely.
So you guys are in LA, and you've been watching the news or hearing people talk about this. What do you guys think about this Christopher Dorner situation so far?
Well, one thing that's interesting about Conscious Level is we all have a military background.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Okay.
And one thing I did not like was that, it made the military look bad in a sense, but it also presents transparency for the LAPD, which you should always look at everything, whether it's not necessarily a blessing in disguise, take it and use it as an opportunity to go forward and make something good out of it. Because this is your chance to lay your cards out on the table for Chief Beck. Lay your cards out on the table and let the people see what our tax-paying dollars have been up to. Because there's been a lot of, there's going to be corruption anytime you get law enforcement, unfortunately, because you get some people that abuse their power.
Absolutely.
And you get some people that basically they go into law enforcement because they want to hurt some folks.
Yeah.
You get them cats that might have been bullied in high school, and
They want revenge.
I'm getting
Yeah.
my get back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a badge. But then you have those people that genuinely want to protect and serve, and those are those men and women that we have to pray for because they're out there on the front line of defense. But at the same point in time, there was something that set this brother off.
Right.
And I'm not making an excuse because nobody should have to die. Nobody should have to die.
Absolutely.
Murder is wrong. But he was not a murderer to begin with. Something set him off.
Absolutely.
But he had that within him. Everybody has a little bit of hood in them. Everybody got a little bit of don't mess with me, don't push
little
me,
edge,
don't
yeah.
close to the edge,
Yeah.
And that was the case with this brother. I think he was a decent brother that could have gone either way. He could have gone either way. Sometimes you're a product of your environment. But if you push somebody the wrong way, and now just use this opportunity as transparency, use this opportunity to let some of the fact-finding come to light so that the people that you protect and serve can actually trust you. Because you ask a lot of people, do you trust LAPD? And about 80% may say no.
Absolutely. Yeah. I 100% agree. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, just first off, I just like to say we should pray for the families actually that lost their loved ones.
Absolutely.
With this situation, which is unfortunate. And I just think that we live in a time when the whistleblower is attacked, and that's unfortunately become normal. Mm-hmm. And to expose corruption. People standing out there shouldn't have to be afraid to lose their job. You know what I mean? To get alienated. So I think that's something that brought. I believe that this is something that came out during this process. He was a whistleblower, and he felt that he had no one to help him. He had exhausted all the means in the court, and the brother snapped.
Well, how do you deal with that, though, when killing is not good, but how do you deal with that when you've tried all your resources and you've gone through the chain of command to, disclose what's going on, and they just shut you out? They make you look like you're a lunatic.
Can I answer that?
He should have went to the press. Like, maybe he should have just let
the media wouldn't have exposed that. They would have shut that up.
But then he go.
You don't think so?
Not at all.
You don't think that if he was like, hey, it just happened to leak to the press that there were cops or there was a cop who was doing this to people and no one was doing anything to reprimand this officer, you don't think that the press would have been like, we can report that?
See, that's the thing I was talking about. We live in a culture of turn your back on truth.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, unless some dynamic happens, like what happened here,
right.
The press definitely won't touch it. They look for sensationalism,
Right. And I feel also that it was probably some things that were a little deeper going on because he just snapped.
Yeah.
He just snapped and that was it.
Well, kind of to answer Chantel's question, I think the reason that he resulted to killing, which was unfortunate because he took innocent lives, but the reason why
allegedly.
Well, you're right. Allegedly, you're correct. Yeah, nothing has been, convicted in the court of law. But at any rate, just to be politically correct in here. But if allegedly the reason he did that was to bring attention and to bring awareness, because what is the quickest way you're going to get someone to pay attention is through violence. It's like I said, it's unfortunate that you have to go through those drastic and traumatic circumstances in order to bring light or shed light on a situation. But I feel that's what ultimately he felt he had to do in order to get this word out.
As if he was a sacrificial lamb, like
bam, right there, nice, sacrificial lamb, nice.
Well said, yeah.
And I understand where you're coming from with that, but one thing you had to take into consideration. I mean, this brother was Navy, and we actually I was an intelligence specialist in the Navy. He was in the intelligence community. We actually had the same job in the Navy.
Wow.
And the Navy, your core values are honor, courage, and commitment. And this is how I know that the brother lost himself, because that is so embedded in your psyche. The first thing you are taught is honor. There's no honor in going out killing innocent people, even if the daughter was her father was responsible. There's still no honor in that. Right. And that's how I know that he got away from what he was trained and he became something else. So at the same point in time, he was trying to make a statement. He was trying to go. He in his mind, and like he said, he knew he was prepared to die. Whether he is, they still don't know if he has or not. But he was prepared to die because he said that he died on that day when they actually took his name away from him and when they took his job away from him, because that's how much it meant to him. So he was prepared to do whatever it took. And he, like you did, you bring up a valid point. But there are ways that you can go about sacrificing things that don't have to bring about the loss of human life.
Right, and not.
I agree.
Not to justify what he did.
Yeah.
But he felt that if I followed all the rules, I'm following all the rules, I'm doing everything right I'm supposed to do.
Nothing's getting done.
And then after everything is said and done, I get screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
exactly.
he just didn't follow the rules.
So justice wasn't served for him.
Right.
Because he was a very high achiever. He was a very high achiever.
Overachiever.
Yeah, I mean,
overachiever.
My thing
Plus,
is,
at 33, he's a captain in the Navy. I mean, he's doing very
lieutenant.
well.
This is a young brother right here, a very young brother.
Yeah, he was
But
33,
my-
30.
but my issue is he had an issue with the way this officer was treating people, right?
That's what sparked
Because
it.
of that issue, he then went and did something worse, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then, like, if you're looking at it on a scale of like what's good and what's bad, he went further than what this cop was doing that he was whistleblowing on. So, like, obviously, something must have snapped in his head for him to be like, well, they should have got in trouble for this, so I'm just going to do this. Like,
So this is my question.
Well-
What is it that he could have done? What is a non-violent protest or movement or something that he could have did
That would've got him hurt.
that would have still conveyed the same exact amount of anger and light or transparency to the situation without nonviolence? Is there anything else he could have did?
One thing,
Like you said, the media, one thing is one way.
He could have had a hunger strike, man.
He could have.
He could have got old school like Dr.
No,
King.
he
man.
could have held him hostage.
He could have wrote a book.
Supposedly
No one
after,
read it.
yeah, but supposedly, but
Actually,
Books are tell-alls these days.
Actually,
He could've
another
did a
gentleman,
documentary.
and actually another gentleman wrote a book. He was on CNN tonight, but after he lost his job at LAPD, then I think he was trying for rank in the Navy, and they also shut him out too. So it kind of like tilted over into in the Navy, where he was just blackballed.
Yeah, what happened to him on
Period.
the force? It affected his naval career.
Well,
Absolutely.
What was the like official reason as to why he was fired?
From the police
For
force?
blowing the whistle.
Because they said that he was
False
bringing
accusation.
false,
Against
Yeah, they said he lied against
Sergeant.
another police
Exactly.
officer.
And
Yeah.
deprivation to integrity
He
is what
should've- he
they
should've-
basically said. The integrity, he took away from the integrity of the force.
Exactly.
And
It's like
now
you don't
they-
cross
and now
that
it's
blue
been
line.
released. Now supposedly they've released that when he was in LAPD's academy, that he shot himself in the hand with an accidental discharge. So that just came out today. So that's another fact.
Well, of course,
But they still let him come on. But they were saying even in the academy, so
Now
now
they're
they're
trying to make him look like he's been a screw up.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
been messed
Well,
up.
of course, they're gonna switch it and make you look
Yeah,
like
but
he's
the
crazy.
media, for sure.
But in the manifesto, he targeted 40 people. And my thing is, 40 people didn't take your job. So I don't know why he targeted 40 individuals in that manifesto.
But you know what?
They may.
Call me a skeptic, call me whatever you want. They have not. I mean, even though he said these things in there, I mean, I hate to say this, but our police department is so corrupt. It's like, do you really believe what they're doing? They can set him up. They plant guns. They
Yeah,
do. They
yeah,
set
all day
scenarios. They do all that
day
stuff
long.
all
Yeah.
day long. So it's like, I think he put his manifesto online. What is it? A couple of days after or before that
A couple of
got
days after
shot?
the first murder, or before the first
Was
murder.
it before the first murders? Right.
I thought it came out after the murders. The
Well,
manifesto.
they took it off FB first, and then it came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, they may have saw that first, and then like, oh, let's just set dude up. The people that got shot in the carport area, supposedly there were no. In Irvine, come on, no cameras to see what happened.
Right.
And then the cops got shot
Right.
supposedly in his truck.
Just
So
like
I
in
don't-
Riverside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Did you
there's
guys
no
hear about
evidence.
Done one.
Did you guys hear about the jump out boys with the sheriffs, the LA sheriffs?
No, what happened?
No.
That's LAPD too, though.
Oh, well,
Jump out boys?
The jump out. Well, they just arrested and kicked a lot of them off the force because these were actual sheriffs that it was in a gang within the sheriff's department, and they would actually get. They had rewards for each other for shooting people. If you roughed up a suspect, and they actually had. This was where they got discovered, was because they had a tattoo that they all got. And it was a skull with the red eyes. The skull was pointing a gun.
Wow.
And if you killed someone, you got to put smoke around the barrel of your gun.
Ew.
And in each time you did something, your tattoo got more
Bigger and bigger.
more developed. And
What's
so,
It's like a bounty kind of.
I didn't know about
just
that
sounds
side.
silly.
I didn't know
this just
about
happened
that
last
side
week.
of it.
This happened
sounds
like less than this happened like maybe a week, maybe less than 10 days.
So basically, the more enhanced and dramatic your tattoo is, the more dirt you've been putting in as a jump off boy.
Yeah, but
I've been on the other side of the jump out boys where they jumped out on me.
Wow.
And,
How was that?
It's harassment.
Yeah, what was that
They'll
experience
just drive up, pull over, and just jump out. Hey, you get over here, up against the wall, and just search you, do whatever they want to do.
And these are the things that he actually mentioned in his so-called manifesto. He mentioned that type of corruption where there was an insensitivity to suspects, and if someone was hurt and dying, it kind of equal to overtime. You know what I mean, for cops. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't know that he actually brought out, which is some of the things that he said sounds very connected to what you were talking about, the jump out.
Well, the latest now is that I don't know if you guys are aware, but the Cochran firm, that's Johnny Cochran's firm, is actually opening up an investigation, not just on the LAPD, but also on Dorner's dismissal in 2008, whenever it was, and they're actually doing their own investigation on it to see if they, if there's any loops in there or if they abided.
He was fired in
2009, I
2000.
believe.
2009.
So then why wait till 2000?
What happened is that he exhausted the appellate process.
Yeah.
So the appellate process actually ended, I believe, in 2012.
Exactly.
Then he lost
his.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, basically, because he went through a series of appeals.
Right.
He had appeals through the court, and he also has, of course, LAPD has their own independent grievance and administrative law hearings. And, of course, so he went through all those, and he exhausted all means. And basically, that's the reason why he felt that his Sixth Amendment right to counsel was violated, because he felt that his attorney, who was the young lady who got killed, he killed her daughter. He felt that his father, her father, who was his attorney throughout the process, that he dragged his feet, that he dropped a few balls, that he didn't give him the zealous representation that he was entitled to. So he took that personally against him, and that's why he went after his daughter.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So this was in 2012. So that explains why he took action in early
because
2013.
if it happened so long ago, why
Well, they said the beginning of February he lost his position as naval.
The Navy.
Yeah.
February
So
1st.
Now, why was that?
So it leading because it had
something with the LAPD.
because of the LAPD, because of the
Conflicting
situation
stories.
that happened with the LAPD. This is what he kind of mentioned
In the manifesto.
Yeah.
And not to condone it, but like my shirt says, if you guys can see it,
No justice,
no
no
justice,
peace.
no
Yeah.
peace.
Wow.
And the gavel is broken.
Wow.
But when you know justice as you know it, as you know who you are, to know thyself is to love thyself. And if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going, and we perish for lack of knowledge. When you know justice, you know peace. And that's a problem, because you have a lot of our law enforcement officers that don't know the law. I mean, they know the laws that they can arrest you for, but they don't know the Fourth Amendment, which protects you against unwarranted and unlawful and illegal search and seizure. They don't know those Fifth Amendment rights. They know the Fifth Amendment as it just tells you you can't incriminate yourself, but the Fifth Amendment is how you get your due process. That's your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Your cops don't. You're cops. It amazes me how many cops don't know those aspects of the actual freedoms and liberties that are granted to the same people that they
I
arrest.
think they're
They don't care.
supposed to, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, they're supposed to.
yeah.
And that's one thing that should be done. I mean, that's one way we can make this situation better, is to make sure that those are out there that are protecting and are serving us, that they know what they can and can't do better, because they really get those guns and get those badges. And unfortunately, some of them think that, okay, I can go do what I
They
want.
turn into cowboys.
Yeah.
I think they know, but they just don't care, and because I think they take advantage of people not knowing,
Well, it
what their
sounds
rights
like-
are.
It sounds like they're less afraid of getting caught for their bad behavior, but then they are of getting fired for whistleblowing. Like,
Well, let's-
that's
I know.
more likely.
Let's let the listeners and viewers chime in if you like. Listeners and viewers, our phone lines are open. Give us your opinion on the subject we're talking about. Call us at 323-965-1600. And as you guys were saying,
It's just like people are more afraid of losing their jobs. Like, well, I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to snitch because I might lose my job.
Exactly.
And people
That's what
are
it
like,
is.
people go out, or these cops go out and break the laws that they're supposed to be enforcing.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I mean, most of anything, they're supposed to serve with integrity. And, you know, it's ironic that, as I was saying, this man was dismissed because they said he violated that same exact code when in actuality it seems like he was trying, because of his integrity, he was trying to expose the situation. So
The thing that really hurt is because the suspect was mentally deficient.
yeah, that's what I heard.
So the person that, and it was actually
Did they ever interview the suspect or what?
Yeah, and they interviewed, and it
And
was
his
actually
dad.
three people's
Oh, and his dad.
words. It was Dorner's word, it was the suspect's word, and it was another person's word. So it was 3 against 1, but they chose to go with the one. So,
Because
That's
that
not
made them
justice,
look
right?
better.
Was she a higher rank?
well, she obviously
she
she's
was a
high
training
ranking.
officer,
She was
yeah.
his field training officer.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, her name is Teresa Evans.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we'll find her on Facebook.
Oops, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Teresa.
I'm sure she's in hiding right now too. So
Oh, but she was one of
She
the
was
four.
his training officer, so that means he had just joined the force.
Yeah, he was on. He was
Yeah.
actually. This happened when they were actually in the training process.
Right.
So he was
He was on the force, but they still put you out
Right.
with the actual
Yeah.
TF.
Yeah,
like training day.
Training
day,
like
I know, Alonzo.
for a certain amount of time.
There you
have
go.
to pass.
Is that,
Like
would
in the
they do that
county
a
jail,
year?
The sheriffs, they'll send them through the county jail before they actually put them on the streets.
Wow. They go through training for a year on the streets first?
I don't know. I have no idea.
minimum, usually minimum.
Yeah,
was
but that's
6
I mean, I
months.
guess that's what it is. He was fresh on the force. He accused his training officer of something, and everybody was looking at him like, "Who are you?" Like
Exactly.
You don't,
No, that she wasn't the only one he accused.
well, that's what it is.
While he
People
was
are
in
like,
training.
Yeah, he accused the other 2 officers.
oh, he accused multiple officers.
Well, that's what it
of using
is.
the N word,
While he
and
was
one was
training.
actually found guilty.
Oh, wow.
He accused 2 Caucasian officers of using the N word, and he confronted one about him, and he said, "I'll use the N word however I want to use it." And he
yeah.
said, "Well, you won't use it around me." He said, "Yes, I will." And there was an altercation between them, and then so he accused that gentleman and another gentleman, but one of those 2 actually ended up getting reprimanded by the LAPD, but it was like a slap on the wrist or whatever.
Right.
But it was still the accusations were valid.
Well, actually,
It was
we got
almost as
we
if-
have a caller on the line, you guys. Let's let them chime in. Hi, caller. Where you calling from? What's your name?
I'm Maurice. I'm calling from Florida.
All right,
Florida, the Sunshine State.
It ain't nothing shining for the black folks over here in most parts. So,
I heard that. I heard that.
I just wanted to chime in. I'm catching your show a little bit late. Was taking care of some other business, but I saw you were talking about how a lot of police don't really understand the law themselves. And I think that we have to understand, which a lot of people don't, is the creation of the police were never really to benefit the black folks as a community or to respect their laws. They were to return property to white folks, which were their slaves. So, the corruption that runs deep throughout the police is inherent because of their creation. So, with that being said, how can you expect them to I'm not saying every cop is bad either, but how can you expect all of them to uphold dignity when their creation was not really to uphold the dignity of everybody, just a select few? So
let me ask you. So with this whole Dorner situation right here, do you feel that what Dorner is bringing to light is, in fact, I guess, a true representation of how police officers were historically trained? I guess.
It's hard to say if historically it is accurate. You can see by how because there were no original police system. There was no police system in the white community, so you can see how their actions. Yes, that plays into that. But playing devil's advocate, they sensationalize everything in the media, and they have to demonize people of color. Right. So you could say that manifest. We don't even know if that was truly something put out by Dorner.
Yeah, how do we know that manifest?
Because it was on his Facebook page.
Or was tweaked. It could have been tweaked.
I mean,
I
people
definitely think it was
people
tweaked.
hack Facebook
Yeah.
all the time.
That's true. They do. I know.
I definitely think it was tweaked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know when I tried to copy it I tried to copy it from a website, and every time I tried to copy it, it hit error, and it took me back. I'm like, what's wrong? I kept trying because it was so small. I wanted to put it on my Word and read it, but I had to do it like 10 times.
Yeah.
Because it kept saying error, and it kept going back to Facebook. Error, going back to, it's like they blocked it out.
I just want to bring something to the attention of this caller because I can tell that you're a conscious brother. You realize our United States Constitution was never actually intended for African Americans,
Right.
and the U.S. Supreme Court never, even when they had the chance, they never, ever went back and stated that it does apply to people of color. What they did do, there's something called the slaughterhouse cases, which you should check that out, because when Frederick Douglass, when they were going through trying to get freedom, and when it says all men are created equal, and they cited that in the Constitution, that's where they said, yes, all men are created equal, except for slaves and people of color, because the Constitution doesn't apply to you. So to sort of rectify
because
that,
they were considered as property instead of
Absolutely.
actually being.
Yeah, they weren't seen as human beings.
Intellectual
Yeah.
equal.
Yeah, wasn't it like two-fist monkey or something?
That's what Lincoln is really all
Two-fifth
about.
of a man,
That-
not monkey.
Two-fifths
Two-fifth.
of a man, yeah.
And the other part,
When
monkey,
that Lincoln
half monkey
didn't
and
actually
half man.
Game too, how they were calling Abraham calling him Abraham Africanus, and his Melungian background. A lot of people don't even peep that game too when it comes to Abraham Lincoln. They used to call him all type of niggas when he was running for campaign.
I'm sorry, I said Fred Douglass. I meant Dred Scott. It was Dred Scott in St. Louis. He was the actual Supreme Court case where all this came out. But the slaughterhouse
You got any
cases.
sources on that by any chance?
What's that?
You got any sources on that? So I just Google slaughterhouse case.
Google slaughterhouse cases, and that's the only time that the Supreme Court actually went back, and so that's where we as people of color can actually say that the Constitution is our document. But it's so funny, we have to find another case because the Supreme Court just never had the guts to come out and say that it's something that applies to us, and that's something that we still go through today. But we evolve, we evolve. So I know that's where you're saying that's how the police department came about, but we have to have faith in them, because that's all we got, man.
Yeah.
If we can't trust them folks out there with them badges, to actually protect us when we need something.
to serve and protect.
If we can't trust them, man, then then what else do we have?
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is,
It's not
we
perfect.
have to develop our own economic base so that
Thank
we
you.
can pull our power together and not have to go to the government or go to the police force for protection.
Preach.
We can do that within ourselves.
That's right.
Now, speaking of, law enforcement corruption in Florida, obviously there was the Trayvon Martin case that's going on. And first of all, I don't even know the update of that. But, when you look at situations like that and situations as Dorner, do you think that these will ultimately help, bringing justice to the law enforcement system and, allowing or exposing the corruption of it, which will ultimately, I think, bring a better system. I mean, what are your feelings on that?
Well, there was another case right after Trayvon Martin. I'm upset that the brother's name forgets me, but there was a Caucasian
Was his name
gentleman.
Troy?
Troy. It was Troy.
Yeah, young man.
Just like Trayvon, man. He got shot at a gas station because
Yeah.
his music was loud.
Yeah.
So the dude goes up to him to tell
By
him.
a police officer?
No.
This is just
And
And the dude that
lunatic.
shot him, his nickname was Buckshot something. So he was like a trigger happy dude.
Buckshot Bill or something.
Something like that. That was his nickname amongst his people. And his music was loud, so he goes over and he had his lady friend with him, so he's trying to be, so he's like, I'm gonna go get him, turn their music down. So he goes and asks him, and so supposedly while he's asking him to turn the music down, he thinks that he sees a weapon and becomes fearful for his life and shoots the young brother. But they actually arrested him on murder charges too. So
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to stand on that stand your ground law.
This was in Florida too?
Yes.
Florida, yeah.
Oh, the stand your ground. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's his.
That's a controversial law right there.
Well, yep, created by ALEC, which is a state level like policy making. Just like Heritage Group, they create a lot of policy that supports, only like I feel like the elitist demographic of of our society. So stand your ground is basically for those I really feel that it's for protecting yourself from black people, honestly.
And this last
Well, I want to reach out to
Keep it
our
real.
caller. We sorry we had to cut the call. The call got short, and you can give us a call. Yeah, hopefully on our next show. But we're going to go ahead and toss the break. This is such an awesome discussion here. I wish we had more time for it because we do have to bring on our talent that's coming up. This is One Mic, One Voice. Tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. in Roscoe's Media Center. We'll be right back.
Get that sexy voice just before the commercial.
All right, you guys, we're back. This is Chantel Nanette with One Mic, One Voice. I'm your host.
What's up? I am her host, co-host, Mr. Kevin John. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, it's Reezy.
Hi, Reezy.
Reezy, that was kind of raspy.
Brooke Jean's on the panel, too.
And
Yeah,
Brooke.
Brooke Jean here.
And we have Conscious Level in the house. We had an exciting topic that we were just talking about that we wish we can go on with, but we'd like to learn a little bit more about Conscious Level.
So, Conscious Level, let's first of all talk about how you guys got together, became a group. What is the inspiration behind the name? All that.
Well, actually, we got together by 7-time Grammy-nominated musical genius, producer, Wendell Wellman over here in the corner.
All right, Wendell Wellman.
And it was his idea to just put us together. You know, he had he knew us basically as being artists and had worked with us individually, and he just thought that we were like-minded individuals. We were on the same path, doing the same journey, walking the same walk. And the one thing that was consistent within us is that we all wanted to take music to a new level of consciousness. You know, and when we got together, that was what our whole mission was, you know, and it just so happened that me and this brother, Hadouj, we grew up like around the corner from each other in Atlanta, never knew each other. I grew up on High Point Trail. This brother grew up on High Point Lane. Never knew each other.
Wow.
Till we move out here. You know what I'm saying?
Beat through a window.
Yeah, met through this man. And then
Didn't you say something about the idea actually was sparked by something you said at church or something?
Yeah, it was funny.
I said the same thing or something.
And this is the crazy thing. Because I went to China and I was coming back, and this pastor who reached out to me and asked me to perform at his church because they were having like St. Paul AME. It's like 86 years old, one of the oldest churches in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. So they reached out and wanted me to perform, right? And I was like, "What day is it?" And I believe it was December 8th or December. I was like, "Man, that's the day I come back from China." And he's like, "Oh man, well, what time does your flight land?" And I'm like, man, I'm thinking I'm going to be too tired. I'm going to just come off a 14-hour flight. Are you serious? I was like, man, flight lands at 2:30. Perfect. We start at 3. Oh, so I was like, man, he's like, and I was like, you know, but it's hey, man, he's the spirit of God. I'm on the road with him. So, but I was really like not going to do it, and I'm so glad that I did, because when I was there, and I did a piece called Velocity of Prophecy. And something within those lyrics, Wendell was like, "Hey man, this brother that I know, he was just talking the same thing, man. I think I should put y'all together." So, you know, and then he's like, "All right, cool." And then you know, once I realized Hadouj was from Atlanta, I was like, "All right, well, he got to be cool." I had no idea he was from my hood. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a blessing to come together. And then we found out we all had a military background.
Wow.
You know, and we were all on the same walk.
It was like this was destiny for y'all.
We feel like it is, man.
Destiny's Child. Ayo.
And what's unique about the situation is we all have different experiences. Salazar comes from like the law, kind of. He has this law background. I'm like an activist, and Extreme, he has like a street experience.
He's the Ice Cube of the group.
You know, the
Ice Cube.
What's interesting,
Inside connection
on a collective level in our own community, it's you know, a lot of times those 3 elements don't come together. So I just thought that it was unique that we were able to come together for the objective to basically, you know, bring an awareness and, you know, protest, you know, a lot of the things that basically are just kind of being ignored, I feel, you know, nowadays.
So do you guys feel that you use your music then, obviously on a conscious level, hence the name, but you guys use your music to not just entertain, but to enlighten, to inform,
Absolutely.
To educate.
Edutainment, brother.
Entertainment.
That's exactly what it is.
Edutainment.
I mean, to
Bring
basically,
it up to New York. I'm gonna
yeah, to bring out the social issues and to just make people be more aware. And like I said, man, if there's just one brother that we can make, if we can be that voice of reason, if we can be that extra thought before he pulls a trigger, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or if there's that one extra voice that we can impart to a sister before she thinks about giving up her kids, or if there's just that one voice that we can whisper into a brother's head before he puts his hand on his woman. You know, if there's just anything that we can do to assist in elevating consciousness on all levels of life, man, on all walks, from all genres, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, and this is
Wow, like if Dr. Phil was a rapper or something, you know, solve problems through his rap.
I want to inform the masses that there's a lot of things out there that they don't really know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you be surprised what you don't know.
And it's nothing new. It's been around before, but for whatever reason, like over the past 20 years, there's been like an alien, kind of like alienating, message groups. So this is nothing new. So we just want to, be that type of group to talk about, to let people know that black men can talk about things other than just dope dealing and clothes and
misogynistic lyrics.
Black men we're like we care. You know what I'm saying? We love.
Right.
We're happy.
We could be fathers.
Exactly. We're happy. You know what I mean?
Introduce another reality.
And we've actually got 2 videos on YouTube, and for the listeners that would like to check them out, one is Stand Up, and that's basically what we're talking about: standing up for justice, stand up for equal rights, and basically stand up for anything in society that you see is wrong. We're all in this together. We all have to do our part. It doesn't. Everybody might not have a little bit of money. Everybody might not have the time, but there is something that you can do to make your community a little bit better. Even if that's just mentoring a kid, even if that's just going down and with the homeless person and spending some time feeding them, even if that's going to your Veterans Administration and just talking to somebody, or your senior citizen home, or your group home. We can't call them orphanages, or your group home where the kids are. It's something that everybody can do to make their own community better. So please check out Stand Up, which is on YouTube, or we also have Soul Cypher, which is CIPHER, Soul Cypher. You can just check them out, and those are 2 of our videos that are out. And we're getting ready to do our 3rd one, and we're going to drop them, and we're going to keep giving you what you want.
Awesome. Well, we do have, we're kind of like running out of time, and we would love for you guys to do at least one piece for us.
Okay.
You want to do your acapella, or you want to do your natural?
Let's do Natural High because of Valentine's Day. I think it'll be an excellent song for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
For the ladies. For the ladies.
Right.
Always in touch. She even go where I remember like she mastering Dutch. Sometimes she say, baby, I got you, oh, we going Dutch. Then she pop my clutch, not about the drama of such. And I pop my collar, holler, never scheming for no dollar. She love my pretty boy, swag, legal game, scholar, 12 years like disciples. Twin Tower Eiffel, she my natural hot. Like Torah, Quran, and Bibles. When I go, she got me coming to America like Bible. I'm slick with the words, you don't want me as a rival. Have my ancestors coming for you like it's revival. She my natural hot. Never let me get trifle, so I chill, meditate, and pray for her revival. Maybe one day we will multiply. Every time I see you, I thank God and kiss the sky. If I got $1 million, or I'm just getting by. If I'm broke down a bummin' or GQ fly. If I'm sober or relaxed or on Caribbean high. Like keys and degrees, baby, bird make it flip. You the cows, milk, bees, knees, Gladys on Pip. I got great expectations like Charles Dickens and Pip. My people think we Siamese cause we at the hip. You my natural high, Miss Salazar, you might be it. It's a blessing of Yahweh to captain your ship.
For the ladies. Come on, Stevie Wonder.
call her evolution dove. She's my queen need, and I'm a queen love. A natural vibe with the spiritual touch, the butterfly in my eye. That's why she means so much. Immaculate, spectacular, like two colorful birds. Because of her vibe, I move by wonderful words. It's the axis of attraction, without an armor fraction, an imaginary man. The actions of her plan, without my natural high, I'm just an ordinary man. Love like effervescent, expressing affection within the power of this universe. We made this connection. Black diamond so rich, I blow her a kiss. Cause in creator's eyes, I am creating again. The rebirth of a goddess, like I said, watch her rise. She got me living in heaven. Why? Cause she's my natural high. She's my natural high. Queen, so beautiful, she like a dream. And I'm glad she on my team. We compatible and never compatible. To our relationship, there's nothing comparable. She stimulates me sexually and mentally. A natural high, and she was meant for me. Soulmates, we laugh and joke and play. Thinking about this thing that she told me the other day. She's so sweet, plus her brains is in full effect. I get high every time I take a puff of her intellect. But don't get it twisted, her physical is right. Face and body combine, yeah homie, she tight. Everything she give me what I need, she succeeds in everything she do. Your food, that's my boo. Bonnie and Clyde as we glide through the sky. She always keep it real with me. She's my natural high.
Beatboxing?
All right.
Conscious
Digging
level.
that, you guys.
Conscious level in the house.
All right.
Nice. That was a very good
Natural high.
Wow.
Nice.
That was for the ladies, indeed.
All the ladies on Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, thank you.
To those queens out there.
We was getting pretty deep, but we also got a
Right.
sensitive side. So
That's right.
we love the ladies as well.
So
All
speaking
If
of
you
loving
got
the
a good
ladies,
man in your life, thanks for putting up with him, because we know we put y'all through some stuff. We don't mean to, but we know y'all do. So
Real
thanks
talk,
for putting
real
up
talk,
with us.
real talk.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Okay, guys. Gosh, I wish you guys can do another piece. But we stayed so much on the subject of we got to cut out of here in the next 4 minutes. Actually, can you do it in like 1 minute? Can you do a little acapella? Yeah, because we got to cut out of here in a minute.
do an abbreviation of the song.
That's all right, because we will want to do it justice.
Yeah, we are. Most definitely.
Okay. Well, we will have you
Yeah,
guys
bring us
back because
home
you guys
back,
were
yeah.
here on Christmas at our
Yeah,
Christmas
most
show,
definitely,
so we'll
yeah.
definitely have you guys back again.
We always appreciate you guys inviting us out, and thank you so much.
You guys are favorites
We're
here, believe
definitely
that.
fans, and we just spent so much time on that one subject. Was just
Yeah, but you guys got to hang out with us for the entire
show this time.
hour.
Yeah. Well, what I would like for you guys to do is give the listeners and viewers your contact information so they can get in contact with you on Facebook, Twitter, email.
Our Twitter is @ConsciousLevel1, the number 1. If you're on Facebook, it's just Conscious Level, CONSCIOUS, Conscious Level. And if you want to reach out to us through email, if you would like to book us to perform at any shows, we always welcome that. And it's consciouslevel1 @gmail. Spell out the 1, consciouslevel, ONE 1micOnevoice@gmail.com. Please check out our YouTube. If you have a YouTube account, please subscribe to our YouTube, and we will keep blessing y'all with music. And please keep Conscious Level in your prayers, because, hey, you know, a lot of times folks ain't trying to hear conscious music, so we just want to make sure that we continue to reach the audience that's out there that's susceptible to our message, because we do this for the people, we do this for the love, we do this for you, and we are Conscious Level.
Awesome. And shout out to their manager out there too, you guys. We're going to go ahead and conclude the show. This is One Mic, One Voice with your host Chantel Nanette,
Kevin Jones,
Miss Reezy,
and Poetry by Brooke G.
Reezy falling asleep, and Conscious Level in the house, you guys. We encourage poets, singers, comedians, and musicians to sign up to be on our show, One Mic, One Voice Radio at gmail.com. And we're also on Facebook. You can reach us at One Mic, One Voice, and on Twitter at One Mic _One Voice. We out, y'all.
Peace.